Thanks everybody for all of your comments about the feedback that I was asking you guys. We're definitely looking at all of that, and I'll be announcing winners very soon. What I want to do today is show you a session at the gym for Dreamer. So Dreamer, one of our goals for this year is to get our flying changes and to get nice spins. And both of those things require him to be fit and for him to be balanced. And for the last couple years, he hasn't really been doing a lot of fitness or strength training type work. He's been doing summer camp with the kids and lessons and things like that. So we're trying to really get him using his body properly and have pulled him out of a lot of lessons so that way he can really work on his fitness. So I'm going to do his gym session for today. We usually do these sessions a couple times a week, not necessarily the same, but I'm going to show you one of his sessions that we do where we try to build up fitness. And then his other sessions during the week, he gets a couple days off. We usually do one session that's just more fun where we're doing obstacles or jumping or some type of cross training, or maybe we're doing tricks. And then this is Dreamer at the gym. All right, so check this out, guys.
Alright guys, so what we see here are a bunch of poles set up. So the first set of poles that I'm going to do are set for trot strides. So they're about 4 feet apart, and I like to set the poles up in groups of 3, and this makes sure that the horse is reaching with all 4 of their legs. They have to reach and stretch through each one, and I set them in groups of 3 so that way I can ride them in a circle like this, or if I wanted to ride them on a straight line or do changes of directions, there are more options as to where I can go, and it's easy to go into a group of 3 or go out or avoid one, so if he trips or something like that, I can do that. And then at the other end of the arena, I have poles set up at canter length of 8 feet apart, which is for like a collected canter. And so you can trot canter poles, but you can't canter trot poles. So by having the canter poles on a circle at one end and the trot poles down here at the other side, it gives me different options, and it also means that Dreamer has to kind of pay attention to his legs and what he's doing. And the nice thing about it is you can see as he's going over the poles, he's really lifting up his legs and really starting to use those hind legs a lot better, and having some nice engagement there from the back, which really is what strength training is all about, is about asking our horses to use their bodies better and use their hind legs a little bit more, and that sets them up to be able to do other maneuvers later. So I'm trying to do lots of changes of directions and circles, and it's really helpful having the 2 different sets set up so that way he gets more variety and just going around the ring. We go from the trot poles to the canter poles to a circle to change across the diagonal to straight lines, and then even throwing in some transitions or some halts and things like that, and every so often making sure I praise him. And then once he's comfortable with that, taking it up into a canter. And so here, working on getting the canter poles. There he pops out his shoulder, so I missed the first set, but that's the nice thing about just setting up the poles at the 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, if you will, for the circle. That way it gives me lots of options to kind of leave the circle, get rebalanced, and then bring him back in just like this. And then he's able to be set up for success and figure out what he's doing there. So just doing a little bit of a halt and some backup. Getting horses to back up is really good for them, doing little bits of that. The chiropractor usually encourages me to do that with my horses. And then here's a little look at how our haunches in is going. So this is something new that we're starting to work on, trying to get his hip to go to the inside a little bit while maintaining inside bend. So here we're trying to go to the right, which means I'm trying to ask Dreamer to bend his nose a little bit to the right as well as bring his hip to the right. And when you do that, even if you try to do that on the ground yourself, like just while you're standing there, if you sort of pick up your shoulders and just shift them over, so let's say your right hand is lined up with your left foot, you'll feel how you put more weight over that particular leg. And so this is about trying to get the horse to strengthen their outside hind leg. So as I'm asking his right hind leg there to step underneath himself there, he's having to work that side just a little bit harder. So it's a really good exercise for them.
All right, so I hope you guys found that helpful. That's a little bit of strength training exercises that I'm working with Dreamer right now. And hopefully you can have fun with it with your horse, and remember just to keep it different, keep it fun, keep them engaged, and remember to kind of break up your session so that way you're not always doing the same thing the whole time. So that dread going to the gym. Thanks for watching, guys, and bye for now.